Guy Williams.
And I'm Dev Tucker, and we're the 2020 Sports Prefects.
We're really excited to interview our special guest. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your career so far?
Hey guys, my name's Talisha. I grew up in Logan, so not too far away from Stretton.
Hey guys, my name's Millie. I currently play for the Brisbane Broncos.
I actually didn't grow up playing any sports. I was a bit, uncoordinated.
This is my second year back playing rugby league, but up until then I played lots of different sports. When I was your age, I was doing lots of swimming.
And I kind of hit 11 years old, 12 years old, and grew into my body a little bit, and then started to play indoor volleyball.
I loved soccer, hockey, anything really. I loved just joining in, and I loved being competitive and playing all different types of sports.
Why did you start playing sport? Who and what were your inspiration?
Yes, I wasn't really that good at team sports when I was growing up, so I used to love running around a lot and doing the athletics carnivals and things like that at primary school, but yeah, it was just not that fast when I got into high school, so started playing different team sports and things like that, and that's how I jumped into volleyball. But I think a big idol for mine was Kathy Freeman, and seeing her win the 2000 Olympics was pretty amazing. Being a young Indigenous girl, I was really, motivated and inspired by that, but running wasn't my pathway or my journey. I jumped, like I said, into volleyball, and then, now I'm playing rugby league, which is pretty cool.
What high school did you go to, and how important was school in shaping your career?
I went to Bega High School, and that's where I learnt to play rugby union, and one of my coaches and teachers there was really passionate about the game, and he's the one who actually really got me into it and into the development systems, and that's where I kind of took off my rugby career and was lucky enough to play for some pretty cool teams, and then that's what led me back into the transition of rugby league.
So I went to school at McGregor State High School from years 8 till year 10, and was playing volleyball like 3, 4, 5 times a week with our training. We did Queensland and Australia Schools Cup, which was really cool, and then I went to Holland Park from year 11 till year 12. And actually split my year 11 and 12 into 3 years, so I still wanted to work really hard to get a good OP, but I think it really shaped who I was as a young person, playing all that sport, and I was responsible, I had to be committed and dedicated, and I think that's really set me up for now that I'm a little bit older.
You must have worked with some great teachers. Do you have a favourite, and what made them so special to you?
I've had a lot of awesome coaches and teachers over the last few years. But
one of my favourite coaches would have to be my club coach for rugby league, Tani Norris.
But especially my Burleigh Bears women's coach, Tani Norris. She's an absolute legend. So.
She has played for Australia and is one of the highest capped players herself, and she is just such an awesome coach, and because she's played the game and she understands it from a female's perspective, it's really awesome to have her coaching us.
She pushes us, she really motivates us, she knows how to get the best out of her players. We've won 5 premierships in 6 years, which is pretty awesome. This is our deadly premiership cup, which has all our team photos from winning the premiership. So I think my favourite thing about Tani is that she's just a really good people person. So she knows how to have a laugh, how to be a bit more chilled out, but then she's really serious when when we need to be pushed, which is really good.
At Stratton, resilience is one of our values. You must have had some setbacks. How did you overcome them?
I've definitely had a lot of setbacks in my sporting career, especially playing rugby league. In 2015, I actually completely snapped my ankle in half, so broke it in 2 places, dislocated it, was in hospital for 10 days, needed 8 screws, to put it all back together, and I was out of sport for about 12 months, which was really, really tricky because I just played for Australia, just played for the Indigenous All-Stars, and I'd missed out on making my Queensland debut, so I was really, really upset. Didn't think I'd ever get another shot and be able to come back from that injury, but it's been a tricky couple of years since then. But I've had ankle surgery twice on the same ankle to try and get it a bit better, and every time it's really hard to come back from an injury, but I've got a really good support network, my family, friends, my partner, so I'm just really lucky to have that family support network to help me get through, and now I'm back on the field and playing lots of footy, which is awesome.
What's your biggest achievement so far?
I've been really, really lucky to play for a few different teams and play for Australia in indoor volleyball, rugby sevens and rugby league. So all those jerseys are really, really special and something I'll always cherish. But one of my favourite ever jerseys was the Indigenous All-Stars jersey that I got to wear 2016 till this year, but I was very lucky to be captain this year, which was really cool. So we played against the New Zealand Māori team and were lucky enough to beat them. But it's something that I'm really proud of, being an Indigenous woman.
My biggest achievement to date would probably be hugging Taylor Swift when I was 11, and last year when we won the Broncos NRLW Premiership and State of Origin for New South Wales and our test match for the Gillaroos.
What is it like playing the NRLW? Is it your full-time job?
So playing in the NRLW is really awesome, to wear the NRL club jersey, you know, whether it's the Brisbane Broncos, Sydney Roosters, the Warriors or the Dragons. It's really cool, but it's not our full-time job. A lot of us still are working or studying. Some of our girls are even mums and have to juggle kids and work and things like that too. So hopefully one day it'll be full-time, but at the moment it's all semi-professionals.
This year has obviously been a little bit different. Has it affected your career, and what sacrifices have you made?
Yeah, this year was really tricky because of Corona. I started working from home and wasn't able to play footy a lot like a lot of the other girls. So exercising heaps and getting into that good routine was really tricky. So I lost a lot of fitness over the off break, and wasn't too motivated to train and things like that because I didn't think that footy would be on. And then as soon as footy came back, I was like, oh no, I better start running.
This year has been very different, as everyone knows. Our season did get pushed back, but we're just grateful that we are able to play footy. Although in between our games, we are flying in and flying out on the same day down into Sydney, into New South Wales. So that means that we have to stay at home and we're not allowed to leave our house at all for anything apart from training and playing games.
I know during COVID I watched a lot of Netflix. What was your favourite thing to watch?
Yeah, I love Netflix and Stan. So during Corona, I was watching so much TV, especially the sporty stuff. So Cheer was really cool, as well as Dare Me, and there was another good one.
I think I've watched nearly every movie on Netflix.
A couple of documentaries and things like that we watched. Athlete A. We watched a bit of 13 Reasons Why, a bit of You.
Yes, did lots of flick watching, but one of my favourite all-time go-to TV shows is McLeod's Daughters, and even though I've seen all of the episodes at least 15 times each, I keep on watching them.
Outer Banks was a good one too. So yeah, lots of different TV shows.
What advice would you give young athletes in the room tonight, especially young girls like me?
If I could give the young girls in the audience any advice, it would just be to play as many sports as you can and to just really work hard and don't sit within your comfort zone. Get really comfortable being uncomfortable. So, the only way you're going to improve and the only way you're going to improve your skills and things like that is if you practice things that you're not quite good at and work on those and work on those and work on those. Because it's easy to practice the things that we're good at, but it's the people who practice the things that they aren't quite good at who often improve faster and make teams and things like that.
My advice for young girls wanting to play sport would be to make sure that you are really enjoying it. I've always had so much fun playing sport, and I've got the most amazing friends and relationships through through playing, and that's something that I just couldn't imagine not having. So make sure you enjoy it, be competitive and have fun.